May I now request
TV
the
radio
Honourable
program.
Minister for Information and Broadcasting, SJaipal Reddy, to address us.
Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. K. Sharma, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I must say that I am deeply beholden to our Prime Minister, who has been kind enough to take off time to inaugurate this DTH platform in spite of pressing engagements. Sir, as has already been mentioned by Ms. Sharma, the launch of Prasar Bharati's DTH service is the latest milestone in the broadcasting history of India. What makes Prasar Bharati's DTH DD Direct Plus unique is that it is the only free-to-air DTH service in the world. And this covers the whole country except Andaman Nicobar Islands. Not because we don't want to, but in Andaman Nicobar Islands are so far away, we are not able to cover that. We have discovered that the sound and picture quality is excellent. This is the beginning of the much talked about digital convergence. Now television set can also be used as a radio set. So recently an eminent Tamilian based in Delhi was asking me as to how you could access Carnatic music. He is a great lover, nay a connoisseur of Carnatic music. I said, avail of Doordarshan DTH platform, because in addition to television channels, we'll be broadcasting radio channels as well. A great benefit to the Prasar Bharati DTH will be to the millions of black and white TV sets. We tend to forget sitting in Delhi that there are as many black and white TV televisions as color TVs. On many of these old sets, only 10 channels can be received, but with the DTH set-top box, 33 TV channels can be received, besides 12 radio channels. Prasar Bharati hopes to increase the number of channels to 50. This will herald an entertainment revolution for the common man. Linguistic minorities can now get a chance to be entertained in their mother tongue. As a Telugu man in Delhi, whenever I go to Telugu speaking groups, the first demand that I get is as to how they can see the Telugu channel of Doordarshan, which can only be seen in Andhra Pradesh. It can't be seen in Delhi because the cable operators can't provide space for all these things. So this is a huge blessing for linguistic minorities in various parts of the country. It's needless to emphasize that catering to linguistic minorities would only strengthen the fabric of our national integration. All India Radio will launch more language channels soon. Malayalam, Assamese, Oriya, and other languages and dialects of Eastern India will soon be introduced on DTH platform. As has been mentioned, this platform will also help people in remote, difficult, hilly areas. In the past few weeks, Prime Minister spent a lot of time both in the Northeast and Jammu and Kashmir, and this platform will be of great use to people in those difficult terrains. DTH service is operational in the United States, Europe, Japan, Australia, Malaysia, Thailand, South Korea, Taiwan, South Africa, and few other countries. It's estimated that soon the number of households receiving DTH satellite television could cross 100 million worldwide. The low cost of Prasara Bharati's DTH is likely to attract large number of customers in India, and I will not be surprised if Prasara Bharati's DTH becomes the growth engine in popularizing DTH technology. So private DTH owners need not get frightened. I congratulate the officers of Prasara Bharati for having responded to the challenge and putting into operation what I have been saying, a common man's DTH platform. It is common man's DTH platform because it will be a wholesome platform. It will have only healthy channels. It will not be perhaps seen so much by wealthy people as by common people. This platform once again shows that our government stands for Aam Aadmi. Thank you very much. Leakages in our water networks, improved fleet utilization in solid waste management departments, improved billing, collection efficiency, and many other such measures. Our ambitions are massive. So should our efforts be. While we urge the states and cities to constantly improve, we are also constantly trying to improve our management of the JNRM program. We are working closely with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation to ensure that the project sanction approaches are cross-linked. We are collectively advocating a single nodal agency at the state level for coordination of all JNRM components and retaining our focus and prioritizing those sectors that will benefit the common man the most. As has been mentioned by my colleague Chelvella ji, in all the sanctions we have so far given, we gave more than 75% for programs dealing with drinking water, sewerage, stormwater drains, solid waste management. And you may kindly note, all these programs are class neutral. They work for the rich and the poor alike. We will collectively ensure that the implementation of the reforms is interlinked, where necessary work with the states and the cities to bring forward the timelines of critical reforms to ensure the reforms make a difference to the projects being implemented. We will also work closely with other ministries, for example, Ministry of Department of Economic Affairs, in the Finance Ministry, in the areas of public-private partnership, and with the Planning Commission for improved allocation and monitoring. We need to incorporate good practices from other national programs such as Highway Development Program, the Power Sector Reforms Program, etc. Growth of our cities is overtaking us. The urban transport issue in many of our large cities is getting acute. By not making adequate investment in urban transport, having allowed unabated growth of personalized vehicles, the urban poor have been the worst affected. Lack of options for cost-effective public transport has restricted livelihood options for the urban poor, thereby limiting the ability to take full advantage of the opportunities created by the economic growth we see in our cities. Cost-effective transport systems are the only way out. My ministry recognizes the importance of these issues and therefore is supporting huge investments in urban transport that are in line with national urban transport policy. Thank you, friends. We will naturally be that will take place after the Prime Minister's program. Thank you. The first thing we propose to do in the field of environment is to look at all the existing laws from the viewpoint of environment. We are of the view that the present laws need updating. When our Janata Party and Janata Dal government was in Karnataka in the past, they encouraged plantation of trees in all the urban areas as well. In fact, in Bangalore, no layout was sanctioned unless a house owner or a person who wanted to build a house was prepared to plant a few trees in his own place. If it were a voter, I would tell the voter that his population would be sought to be reduced. If I were to address the tree as a voter, I would assure the tree that the population of trees will go up if we come to power. Their manifestos are weak on environment. The references in the chapter environment are formal. You see, our references are more genuine in that our growth model itself accommodates environmental concerns. The key word for us is sustainable development. We have a huge heritage building which is more than 300 years old. We have a building which houses a huge library in its modern setting. So this campus represents a very healthy, exciting mix of both the modern and the historical.